away from you guys on Instagram. All right, back in the saddle. We'll see if people start to comment all on Facebook and Pinterest and LinkedIn, YouTube. All right, the Lange Nutrition Center is live. Fortified Vitamins is live. All right, Dr. Michael Lange is live. All right, now we're going live on all Facebooks, live on Periscope. All right, so we are coming up. Good. Now the question is, maybe Mickey can go over there to Facebook and let us know whether or not she can hear Dr. Hall. Dr. Hall, go ahead and just introduce yourself again.
Good evening, everyone. Glad to have you with us on Saturday night. We're going to get the bugs ironed out here real quick so we can talk to you, and lots of good information for you tonight. And what else can we do on a Saturday night, right? We hope that you're well and tuned in to us tonight, and just sit back and relax. And I think we have a good program for you tonight. In fact, I know we do. So just relax and let us know if you hear us out there too, so we can make any adjustments that need to be made.
Good. And Doc, can you go ahead and just enlighten our listeners a little bit about you? Your background, what your PhD is in, about some of the businesses that you had here in Florida recently.
Absolutely. Started off with a very, very small gym in my hometown, and had a little store with it, and just kind of grew from there. I knew my life wasn't going to be there in my little hometown, and so after school and like that, after I got all my college in and all that kind of work, I moved to Florida, and my goodness, that's been oh my gosh, 30 years ago. And at the same time, I opened up a Gold's Gym. It was the first Gold's Gym actually in the country, other than the original. It was the first Gold's Gym other than the one in California. And I opened it up down in Fort Lauderdale, and had it for many, many years. Opened up a big store with it there. It was about a 5,000 square foot store. And I guess everybody knows by now, I guess I don't do anything small one way or another. And but kind of progressed from there, and I moved. I stayed in South Florida for many years. Of course, earned my PhD in sports nutrition, and a lot of certificates in personal training and all kinds of upper level training and things like that. And but South Florida, I wanted to get away from all of the craziness down there, and no no bad light on South Florida at all. But wanted to move to a nice quiet area and like that. So I landed up in Central Florida and eventually landed over here in Ocala, and opened up the largest sports nutrition center in the state of Florida, wellness center. We had everything there, massage and gym, and a huge big store. Sold equipment, clothing, all the supplements and health foods that were available. And met Dr. Lange many, many years ago. And, of course, he had a lot of locations, as did I. And we just thought, we can't be in all places at the same time. And so we got our heads together a few years back, and we've always been friends. But then we decided, well, you know what, we need to work together. And he said, he was trying to bring out some sports nutrition products, and I was the best one to head that up for him. And so we got together, and it's been very, very it's been nothing short than fantastic since then. We brought out a lot of good products, and the radio show's just taken off like crazy, and we're busy all the time, and it's been a great ride, and the ride's not over. It's just begun.
It's just started. Doc, that's right.
That's right.
Just beginning, and I want to give you a little good news here, Doc. We are coming in loud and clear through all social media right now, all over the world. We're on Instagram, we're on Pinterest, we're on LinkedIn, we're on YouTube, we're on about 15 different Facebooks right now. We're on Periscope, we're on Twitter, we're on Twitch. So we're coming in loud and clear all over the planet. So I just wanted to let you know that. And now I can really make an introduction again. So that was Doc Hall, and he introduced himself. And Doc Hall is now on the Lange Eye Care team. He is the Fortify team. He is the head of sports nutrition for Fortify. He is the head of expansion for sports nutrition for the performance nutrition line. He also is runs the Lange Nutrition Center in Ocala. and he's a wealth of knowledge. He's also on the advisory board for Fortify Vitamins, and he is the head of the ambassador program also for Fortify Vitamins. So he's a good guy to have on board, and he is an icon in the sports nutrition industry. And today we are going to talk about performance nutrition and sports nutrition for anybody at any age. So let's think about this. If you're young and you're listening to this program right now, all right, you want to build muscle, you want to get big, you want to get strong, you want to be fast, right? That's what everybody wants. And a cool car and a hot girlfriend or a hot boyfriend, right? So you want to get big, strong, and fast. And that's the younger people. As you get a little bit older, more middle age, you still want to have muscle. You still want to be defined. You want to be healthy. And as you get really old, you want to build strength so you don't fall and die and break your neck. And you want to be healthy. So today we're going to talk about ways of building muscle, strength, and endurance at any age. And we're going to then talk about building your immune system, which no better time right now than during this pandemic to talk about ways of building your immune system. Like I always say on my radio show, don't wait for the government to tell you what to do to be healthy during this pandemic. We're going to help you today. And then the final segment today, we're going to talk about weight loss. A lot of you are overweight. A lot of people are obese in this country. And the majority or the lion's share of health reasons, health problems are related to that being overweight. I see it every day in clinical practice. I see a lot of patients at the Lange Eye Institute. And one of the first things I say to patients when they have glaucoma, macular degeneration, cataracts, uveitis, iritis, dry eye syndrome, is if they're overweight, we got to work on losing weight. I always tell patients if they're overweight in the chair, I don't want to embarrass anybody. I ask them, are you gaining weight or losing weight? And that's my segue into educating them about losing weight. Doc Hall knows the importance of weight loss as well. Now, if you're skinny, we don't want you to lose weight. We're going to help you gain weight. So we're going to talk about that. So first thing, step one, we're going to talk about performance nutrition, sports nutrition, and the Fortified Performance nutrition line. Then we'll talk about building your immune system. Then we'll talk about weight loss. And somewhere during that part, I'm going to turn around. If you can see, I got a blender back here behind me, and I got some ice and bananas and coconuts, and I'm going to make up a smoothie. It's going to be a pre-workout smoothie because I haven't worked out yet, but I did have supper. And so I'll be doing that in the meantime, but I'll probably start that in about 10 minutes, 12 minutes. So in the meantime, let's kick it off. We're going to talk about, let's talk about nutrition for the athlete, nutrition for the weekend warrior, nutrition for the pro athlete. Let's talk a little bit about post-recovery first, Dr. Hall. As we know, working out is crucial. Pumping the iron is very important, but a high percentage of your gains is related to proper nutrition. Is that not correct, Dr. Hall?
Absolutely. We talk about that every single day, and I want to just go back to one point to our audience, our listeners, and to kind of expound on just a point, for half a second, what you said about muscle. And muscle is important to us, folks, all the way to our last day on this earth. I've always said my last day on this earth, I want to be at the beach, and I want to have a workout earlier in the morning, and I want to lay on the beach in the Chase Lounge and look at pretty girls. And that's that. If that's my last day on earth, then you know what? It's been a pretty good ride. And what I mean by that, though, is we have to make muscle every day. Muscle is mechanical. It allows you to go from point A to point B. Where we get into problems is muscle atrophy and lack of use and like that. And then the muscle just doesn't want to get you from point A to point B. So it's very, very important at any age. I don't care how old you are, you still need muscle. And like Dr. Lange said, you know, muscle keeps you upright. Muscle keeps you on the go. It stops you from falling or helps you to stop from falling. We need that strength in the legs and in the muscles. And now we get on to recovery. I see people every single day. In fact, I had one of our patients come in the other day, and he says, Dr. Hall, can I take a minute? And I said, sure, absolutely. Came in my office. He says, I said, why are you walking like that? What happened to you? What's going on? And he says, I am so sore. And I said, well, what have we been doing? And I just started working out again. And I says, okay. I says, are recovering properly? And he says, oh, absolutely. He said, I'm drinking water. And I went, okay. And he says, well, I'm drinking lots of water. And we both laughed. And I said, is that all you're doing for recovery? And he quite honestly said yes. And so we corrected a little bit. But keep in mind, and I tell this to everybody every day, there's two parts to a workout. Now, a workout doesn't have to be in the gym. It can be playing tennis, pickleball, going for a walk, mowing your lawn even, right? I put that in the workout type of thing, especially if you're doing a push mower type thing. But there's two parts to that workout. There's the actual physical part, and then there's the recovery part, the post recovery part. If you don't do the recovery part, what you did in the workout part, you did damage to your body. And people don't realize that, a workout's supposed to be good and positive. But basically, folks, what it's meant to do, it tears down your body. It tears down the muscle fiber, muscle tissue. And then during the recovery phase, that's when you build it back. And that's what makes you stronger. That's what gives the muscle its nice shape. That's what, for you guys, if you want that little bit of extra muscle on those biceps or chest or something, that's what allows you to do that. If you don't recover, I'm here to tell you, and Dr. Lange, I know he'll agree with me, that's impossible. Dr. Lange himself, for the last, we got together and started training together and like that, and people say all the time, say, Dr. Lange, what are you doing? You totally transformed yourself and like that. And that's a positive thing. That's so positive all the way around, so it can be done. It can be done for a young age, older age. I mean, you have to do these things, but recovery is the key. Recovery is the key.
Right. And Dr. Hall, that just goes to show you, I'm 58 years old now, and we work out, and my son's 24, and we work out with people in the gym that are 24 years of age, and we hang with all of them pretty well. As a matter of fact, I'm stronger now at 58 than I was when I was 25. I'm able to lift more free weight, deadlift, squat, and bench press more weight than I ever could. And a lot of that is directly related to, because I've always worked out. I've always tried to stay in shape. But, I didn't really start making these serious gains until recently. And, a lot of people listening, you hit 35, you hit 40. And then from 40 there, it's much more difficult to stay in shape. You get fatter and you get weaker and you get flabbier. And it's just simple as that. Cellulite on your body, all of this after 40. It's very difficult. Well, we did a lot of research, Dr. Hall and myself. He came in kind of at the end of this, but at developing a supplement that has all the latest sports nutrition nutrients in one for a reasonable price. And I'm holding it up right here. It's called Fortify Fit. And we literally took 10 of the latest and greatest sports nutrients and combined them in one. There's no adverse reactions to this. It works synergistically together with no negative aspects at all. We don't have any of the sucralose, the aspartame, the carrageenan, the dyes, the waxy maize, the maltodextrin, the dextrose, all of the stuff that's bad. And we're going to expand on that a little bit more. But Dr. Hall, ever since I started taking Fit religiously, our new in November, and now we're with June essentially, my strength has gone up, my endurance has gone up, my muscle mass has gone up, and fat loss has gone down. And I take the Fit every day. On days that I don't work out, I take it 1 scoop a day. Days that I work out, I take it pre and post workout. So once again, Dr. Hall is going to expand on proper nutrition at any age, how very important it is. Let's talk a little bit about your experience with the Fit and some of our ambassadors that are into bodybuilding and powerlifting and some of the pro athletes. Let's expand a little bit on that.
Absolutely. One thing I do want to add too, before we go any further, is on our label. If you'll notice a label on Fit, we have full disclosure of our products on there. You're not going to find any fuzzy label on ours. We don't have proprietary blends, folks. If you look at a lot of your vitamins, a lot of your proteins and like that, companies will claim a proprietary blend. And what that means is, well, that's their little secret, or they don't want you to know, or whatever. But basically, what you don't know then is really what's in that product and at what potency. It may be something that doesn't go with your body. I mean, it could be high caffeine, it could be high stimulants, it could be any of these type of things that really don't, that you don't want in your body. But it's a proprietary blend, and so most companies say, well, that's okay, and it's kind of put in our face that, well, that's the way things are. With us at Fortified Nutrition, Fortified Performance, we just don't do that. I can tell you this. I came along with Dr. Lange. He had already had fit on the table. He was working it every day. And I came along and I sat at the table with him and we started working on it together. And the biggest thing was the flavor. We just couldn't nail down a good flavor because, quite honestly, folks, with the ingredients that's in our fit formula, they are amazing, but quite honestly, they're kind of rough to the taste. And I know Dr. Lange feels the same way. We just couldn't get the taste down because, honestly, after 30 years in this business, I know one thing for sure. If it doesn't taste good, or at least where you can drink it, people won't use it. And we want them to use this product. So we went after, something to make it taste better. And all of these companies and all these sub companies came to us, and Dr. Hall, Dr. Lang, the best way to do this, just throw some sugar in there, throw some sucralose in there. Oh, how about aspartame? Let's put that in there. And quite honestly, we just, slid all the stuff off the table into the trash can and said, no, we're not bringing that out. We have a spectacular product here, but we're not going to dirty it up with just a bunch of junk. Right at the last thing, the last couple of ingredients you're going to put in there is sugar and some kind of aspartame or false ingredient like that. No, we didn't do it. And so, you can buy our products with confidence to know that they're well researched. And we won't sell it if it's not right for you. We just don't sell it. There's no two ways about it. We could have rushed this product fit to market. Really, with Dr. Lange's knowledge and research and mine, we could have rushed this to the product to market in probably 90 days. We could have had it turned around and on the market. It took us over 2 years to do this. And everybody, our friends, our colleagues and like that was like, Doc, why don't you guys get this stuff out on the market? Let's go. And we just wouldn't do it. We wouldn't compromise. And you know what? We can hold our heads high now because people call us up. They'll come by the office and they'll tell us just how good it is. In fact, the other day, I have to tell you this real quick, is one of your patients came in to buy some products at the store, and he asked out front if I was available, and I happened to be down the hallway at our kitchen, our test kitchen. We actually do have a test kitchen at our offices, and I was down there and I was mixing up a protein shake and with Fit. And so he looked down the hallway and he yelled at me if I had a minute, So I came up front and he says, Dr. Hall, I don't know if your credibility with me can get any higher than it is. He says, but I guess it just went up another couple of points. And I said, why is that? We hadn't even talked yet. And he says, you were down the hallway mixing up a protein drink. He says, so, I'm not ever doubting you ever. He says, but you actually use this stuff. And I says, oh yeah, quite honestly, I do. And that's the way we do. Dr. Lange and I always laugh at it that we always, we talk the big talk, but we walk the big walk too. And so that's how that goes with us.
Practice what we preach. That's right. We practice what we preach.
Absolutely.
Now,
well,
I want to expand a little bit on that whole taste thing, Doc, because, we were about beating our heads against the walls at one time. We had 3 different contract manufacturers trying to manufacture a product that we had put together to build muscle strength and endurance. And they all sent us their wonderful taste profile. And I got to tell you, it was the most disgusting thing you could ever taste. Branched chain amino acids are very bitter, all right? And we put a lot of branched chain amino acids in our Fortified Fit. Every single product with branched chain amino acids you buy at GNC or the Vitamin Shop all has sucralose in it. Sucralose has been shown to actually cause cancer, disrupt the microbiome in the gut. It's not good for you. Tastes really good, and taste is very important. If it doesn't taste good, nobody's going to buy it. So after 6 months of 3 contract manufacturers sending us stuff that I don't even know how it got out of their lab. It was so nasty. Was I took a trip. My wife Tammy and I flew to Cincinnati to a place called Zoom Essence, and all they do is flavoring for sports nutrition supplements. And we were there the whole day, and we tried a lot of different flavors. And they kept wanting to go to sucralose as well. Well, we didn't go to sucralose. We couldn't do chocolate or vanilla. It had to be a citrusy flavor to mask the branched chain amino acid bitterness. But we came out with strawberry watermelon. That's one flavor, and fruit punch. And I got to tell you, they're delicious. Nobody has said they taste bad. They taste really good, and it's good for you. So once again, taste is important, and it's got to be good for you. And we call it Fortify Fit, the ultimate muscle fuel. Fortify Fit stands for Fortify Intense Training. You do not have to work out to get the benefits, but if you work out, even playing golf, tennis, bowling, pickleball, basketball, football, you don't have to work out with weights. You're going to get the benefits of building muscle, losing fat, building strength, and building endurance. Each nutrient in here, what I picked them out, every 10 nutrient here has an anti-aging attribute associated with it. Astaxanthin is in here, and it's got 4 milligrams of astaxanthin. The 4 milligrams of astaxanthin is backed by numerous good clinical studies showing it improves muscle endurance and muscle recovery dramatically in humans, not mice. And astaxanthin is also amazing for the skin, for the eyes, to improve focusing ability. But it's also one of the 3 components we use in Fortify Fit to support mitochondrial health for ATP production, energy. So we use astaxanthin for that. We use D-ribose, and we use creatine. Creatine is also great for building muscle strength and endurance also, and it's also great for neurodegeneration, anti-neurodegeneration. That's why my 92-year-old mom is on this. Maybe it can help with her Alzheimer's and her dementia. So creatine is important. D-ribose is a sugar, but it doesn't metabolize like a sugar. All right, so a diabetic can take it. This is diabetic friendly. It goes straight to the mitochondria and produces ATP. We can use this for pre-workout and post-workout. It's not just post-recovery. Without having any beta-alanine or caffeine that gives you the jitters and can literally, if you're a little bit older, can put you into a heart arrhythmia in the gym when you're working out, and you could stroke out. So this is safe for the elderly, safe for your kids that are young, nothing that's going to be bad for your heart. So 3 things that support energy pre-workout is astaxanthin, D-ribose, and creatine. And then we have a carbohydrate that you will not see in any of these that you buy over the counter because it's so expensive. A carbohydrate called highly branched cyclic dextrin or cluster dextrin, all right? This is kind of a high glycemic index, low glycemic index. It gives you explosive energy and prolonged energy, and it's a relatively low amount of carbohydrate in here. You have to have carbohydrates if you're training. You can't be on a low-carb diet. These aren't high carbs, though. The protein ratio, carbohydrate ratio is perfect. Then we use collagen protein, which is great for the skin, great for the gut, but amazing for your joints, your ligaments, and your tendons. So not only are we building muscle, we want to build the strength and the foundation work of your body. We want to build the strength of the ligaments, tendons, and joints as we get older, or if you're an athlete, you want to have strong ligaments and tendons and joints. Branched chain amino acids we talked about, especially the leucine. It's the powerhouse Mac Daddy amino acid for building muscle, all right? And we've got L-glutamine, which is the #1 amino acid in the muscle. We have something called betaine anhydrous, which is very expensive by itself. It is an amazing nutrient. All the studies show that it improves muscle endurance and muscle strength dramatically in the exact ratio 2.5 grams that we have. Every amount in the Fortify Fit that we use is backed by clinical studies. It's the therapeutic amount that is used in the studies. We didn't take a quarter of it just so we can say we have it. That's why people are getting so strong and big with this. L-citrulline is in this. L-citrulline is better than L-arginine. It converts to L-arginine faster and better than L-arginine. L-citrulline does. This is why watermelon is so good post-recovery. So it's great for giving you a pump when you're in the gym, but it's great post-recovery because it funnels the amino acids, the creatine, and the protein to your muscle very, very rapidly. Then we have something called velocitol in this. Velocitol is an amazing new generation nutrient that basically doubles the power of the amino acids in the protein. That's why you don't have to take huge amounts of protein with this. So it basically doubles it. If we're putting 20 grams of protein with this, basically you're getting the power of 40 grams of protein. So you're not going to be hard on your kidneys because it's relatively low level. So it's called Fortify Fit. It retails for $45, all right? And it would be $200 if anybody else put it together. We're not making that much profit. And right now, thanks to Dr. Hall, he had mentioned this and we put it together. We put a special deal together right now during the pandemic. It's called our Performance Stack Bundle. And then we take the Fortify Fit and we take either the super protein or the whey protein isolate, either one of them together. And those would be about $90 usually. And now it's $55. So it is on the Fortify website at fortify.com. You get Fortify Fit and the super protein or the whey protein isolate, any flavor. There's a little drop down. You click on that, and then you're able to get that at a reduced price, $55. It works. Add the protein in a shaker with water to the Fit right after you work out. That's a double whammy to help you recover that much faster. Now, I'm about tired of talking, so I'm going to let Doc Hall expand on this while I'm going to make a smoothie. Doc, you're still there, right?
I am still here. Make that smoothie. Show us how the real chef makes it. So that's that. Two terms that just came to mind that Dr. Lange and I use probably on a daily basis that you're going to run into as you work out, and it's two things that honestly people fear, and there's no reason to fear this. And one is ROM, ROM, and that stands for range of motion. And what that means is your range of motion, how you reach for something. Can you bend over and touch your toes after working out? And the other one is DOMS, DOMS, and that's delayed onset muscle soreness. Now, both of these kind of go hand in hand because, quite honestly, right to the chase or quick to the chase is if you don't recover properly, you're going to run into both of these. You're going to have restricted movement by ROMs, where you're not going to be able to just move. Oh, when you move and you stretch for this, or you reach up for that food item up in the cupboard. Oh, that hurts. This hurts. And same thing with delayed onset muscle soreness, DOMS. After, you always hear this, well, a couple of days after my workout, I can look for the soreness coming. Well, that's a terrible thing to look for, is that. And if you recover properly, like with our Fit formula, you're not going to have that. You just shouldn't have that at all. And those are two things that, you just don't want to look forward to, is that soreness, And another thing too, folks, you want to remember this, that being sore after a workout, that either the day after or 2 days after, like, that's not a measure of a good workout. Okay. I hear that from people all the time. They say, oh, I must have had a good workout because I'm really sore today. No, you know what that means? It means you didn't recover properly. Ask Dr. Lange. He'll tell you the truth just as I will. We don't get sore anymore. And if you watched us train in the gym, we are two maniacs in the gym. We train hard. This year we trained all over the country, from Atlanta to LA to San Diego to Dallas, you name it. Wherever we traveled, we trained in the gyms that were local there. And we put ourselves to the test, and we kept up with everybody. And the next day, guess what? We had to go back to work again. We had to do a conference, or we had to speak a speaking engagement. Well, we can't walk in there all, humped over and crippled over and everything from our workout. We got to walk in there. We got to be the walk that walk, And so, we travel with our Fit and our protein, which is another thing too I want to mention real quick, is our two fantastic proteins that we have. We have a whey protein isolate, and it's grass-fed. And the beautiful thing with this is again, no proprietary blends, folks. So it's full honesty on the label. These are antibiotic and hormone-free. They're gluten-free. They're soy-free. Our product is hormone-free American cows. That's where it comes from. And it's non-denatured. And that's very important. Dr. Lange is a absolute a source expert on denature type thing. He's went into the research deep, deep, deep on this. And protein is absolutely worthless if it's been denatured. You know, it can say 20 grams on the label, but by the time it gets in your body, you may get 4 to 6 grams because all the goodness has been taken away from it by the processing. You know, ours doesn't do that. If it says 20 grams, you're going to get 20 grams. Another beautiful thing about this is ours is microfiltered. And that means it's broken down. When you open up our protein, you're going to see it's like face powder. It's so ground down, and that's good. It's not like grains of salt going into your body. This breaks down. It doesn't sit in your gut. It doesn't off gas and give you gas and give you upset stomach and like that. It's being absorbed into the body right away.
Dr. Hall.
It's a very gentle protein. Yes.
Dr. Hall, I just want to expand real quick on what I just did. And before that, I want to mention, Dr. Hall has mentioned about the microfiltration. Most companies that you buy a whey protein isolate, they do something called ion exchange. And they're proud of it. They put it on the label, ion exchange. Oh, I've got ion exchange protein. They think it's good. Well, that's using acid. It's cheap. It's inexpensive. That removes the fat, removes the lactose with acid. That denatures the protein. Remember, this is non-denatured. So the cysteine molecule of the amino acid hasn't been altered with heat or acid, so we can call it non-denatured. Why do you want a non-denatured protein? Well, not only is the bioavailability of the protein better for building muscle, but it stimulates the master antioxidant in your body called glutathione. And this is one way to stimulate your immune system to fight against COVID-19. Take your whey protein isolate or whey protein concentrate from Fortify and get some sunshine from the sun, vitamin D, and the whey protein that's high in lactoferrin, covalent bonded cysteine that converts to glutathione. Also, high in immunoglobulins for your immune system. So that's enough of the science for that. But Doc Hall, while you were talking, I made a special smoothie. I haven't started it yet. And I just want to tell everybody what we did. I took a banana, one banana, and put in there. I took about 2 cups of Wata water. Wata water is the only polarized positive charge water in the world. And there's some preliminary science that suggests this type of water helps vitamins and nutrients and protein absorb much better than regular water. So I take the Wata water, I put 2 cups of ice, 2 cups of water, a banana, and then I took organic coconut flakes, and I took a scoop of the whey protein concentrate, which is called super protein. That's our New Zealand grass-fed super protein. It's a concentrate, not an isolate, and it's vanilla. So this is delicious because the vanilla, the coconut, and the banana make it taste amazingly good. And this is going to be my pre-workout drink. The carbohydrate ratio is very good. I'm not going to use the Fit, but I'm going to double the scoop of Fit after I work out. I'm not putting the Fit in the pre-workout just because I like the flavor of the vanilla and the banana and the coconut. It's like tropical. And if I put the Fit, that's going to give it a berry flavor. So I'm not going to do the Fit this time. Usually I use the Fit pre-workout. But today, for the presentation, I'm not. Now I'm going to go ahead and blend this bad boy up. So it's going to be kind of loud. So here we go. On. And there you have it. Now, I will take this.
If anybody says that we don't do live radio and live programs, there's your proof right there, folks.
Now, here it goes. I've got enough for another little glass here. Let's see. That's amazing. I mean, I could put a little rum in this and get motivated for the night, but I'm not going to put any rum in it. But you could have a healthy drink if you're out at the pool or if you're in the Cayman Islands. You can make one of these and add a little rum to it and a little pineapple too. So let's talk about this drink I just made. So I did some research to let you know exactly the calorie content and the protein and carbohydrates. So this drink, the whole drink, and I made, this is enough for 2, but the combined drink here has 270 calories, 27 carbs, 22 grams of protein, 5 grams of fat. And then it also has about 5 grams of fiber in it, So those carbs will go down to 22 carbs. So it's basically like 22 grams of protein, 22 carbs, 270 calories. This is a perfect meal even for those of you that are on a diet trying to lose weight. For those of you that are athletes, you want to have this in between meals. Don't make this a meal replacement. Use this pre-workout. You can use it post-workout and add the fit to it post-workout. So anyway, Dr. Hall, let's expand a little bit more on some of the positive feedback on some of our ambassadors for using the fit post-recovery while I enjoy this smoothie.
Alrighty, I want to get to that, but I want to say just a couple things about your drink there, and just a couple of real quick tips for folks. I'm not a big fan of juicing. I'll be very honest with you, because I think people go overboard with that. I've talked to people that they juice all day long, and it's okay, I guess, for a body cleanse and like that, but a lot of sugar and in juicing. And if you're doing, I figured it up just about 2 or 3 weeks ago for a patient that came in, and she was still gaining weight and didn't understand why. And she was juicing, and she was taking in 2,800 calories a day, just in her juicing. And, thought it was doing very healthy and couldn't understand the difference. So you have to be careful with that. Smoothies, like that, those are great. But if you really want to lose weight and you want to knock that appetite down, drink just like what Dr. Lange's doing right now. Add some protein. Protein is slow digesting. It keeps the body full. And you don't get the hungers. You don't get, that shaky feeling like that because their body's saying, okay, we're still breaking down food. We're eating. We're fine. There's no drama here. And, so, when you drink like just a pure juiced, type thing, that's all sugar. Okay. And you feel great for about a half hour and then you have the sugar crash. And then what do you have to do? You've got to go find more sugar to get you back up to that level again. I'm not totally against fruit at all. I eat it all day long, but it has a time and its place, and you can't overdo. And especially in the evening or before you go into bed, if you're going to have a juiced drink before you go to bed, you might have a hard time sleeping that night. And we certainly don't want that. But the protein, that's going to keep your body full, and it's going to keep you right in the groove with things. And again, you've got to do that protein for that healthy body. And Dr. Lange, I want you, because I consider you a true expert when it comes to immune body supplements. And right now, that's what we have to do. We've got to build up our bodies for that immunity. And our products are just geared right for that. We talked before this virus got out as bad as it is, and we decided that that's what we have to do. We're not saying at all, that anything we have cures the virus or stops it. We go about it a different way. We build up your body so you can stand strong and fight off anything. Most doctors now, and this hasn't been the case in the past, they put their patients on a program pre-surgery to build up the body. Before it was, after the surgery, we'll start rehabbing and building the body back. Most physicians and like that, and surgeons, they build up their patient ahead of time. That's basically what we're saying to do. Strong body, you have that strong resilience then against anything you come up against out there. It's not saying that you may not get the flu or a virus or a cold or like that, but your body's immunity will help you fight that much more.
Yep, absolutely. It's time to kickstart our immune system. We don't know how long that virus is going to be with us. COVID-19 might be around for a long time. You never know. But we got to kickstart our immune system. There's some certain things that we can do that I preach on my talk show all the time. Number one, you got to get a good night's sleep. Try to go for 8 hours of sleep. I don't get 8 hours of sleep, but if you can get 6, great. But you got to have a minimum of 6 hours of sleep. You got to hydrate with good water. I'm using the Wata water. Hydrate during the day. Get plenty of sunshine. Now, if you're an albino, don't go out in the sun, obviously. If you're on medications that create problems with the sun, then don't. If you're very fair complected, don't go out in the sun for a long period of time. But if you're out there for 30, 40 minutes, you're going to be fine. And you can't put sunscreen on because it blocks the vitamin D from the sun. Do not go take a bath or a shower with soap for 6 to 8 hours afterwards because that wipes the oils off of your body that allow the vitamin D3 to absorb. So we got to get sleep. We got to get sunshine. You got to get exercise. You got to do some form of cardiovascular exercise. You got to do some form of weight bearing exercise, whether it's in the gym or you're just doing it at home with rubber bands and push ups and sit ups and squats. You got to do some form of exercise. So now we've got sunshine, hydration, sleep, cardiovascular exercise, and weight bearing exercise. Eat plenty of fruits and vegetables, right? Fruits and vegetables consistent with the Lange survival diet. And you can Google Lange survival diet. I created a diet plan that not only will help you lose weight, but it'll help you build muscle too. But it stimulates your immune system. I've taken all the negative aspects of the foods that we're eating out and given you a diet that has no oxalates, no dietary phytic acid, no lectins, no gluten, no alkaloids, no sanipins, no arsenic. So there's not that much food you can eat on this diet, but it's called the Lange Survival Diet. I see a lot of you chiming in here on social media, texting me right now that are on the Lange Survival Diet. And a lot of you have lost a lot of weight. I see one gal on here that's lost over 100 pounds in 5 months, and a bunch of them that lost 50 to 80 pounds. So the Lange Survival Diet will not only kickstart your immune system, it'll help you lose weight, it'll help you be healthy, and hopefully fight against diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, cancer, arthritis, these type of diseases. It's not a cure-all, but God made a pretty good body if we give it the right fuel. And the right fuel is not at most grocery stores, it's not at the restaurant, it's not at the fast food. So you got to take the proverbial bull by the horns and practice these good nutritional techniques. Now, let's talk about supplements briefly. Everybody needs to be taking a little zinc, vitamin C, vitamin D3, B complex, tocotrienols, probably something like resveratrol, acetyl L-carnitine, alpha-lipoic acid, CoQ10. These things stimulate your immune system. N-acetylcysteine stimulates glutathione, but the whey protein is the best way to stimulate glutathione. I have a supplement I recommend to everybody right now during this time period. It's not a one-a-day vitamin like you buy over the counter. This has a very high ORAC value. That means the antioxidant power is very high. It's called Fortify Complete Advanced Nutrition. It's your multivitamin, eye vitamin, veggie cap, fruit cap, enzymes. Everything that kickstarts your immune system is in therapeutic levels in this. You can simply take one a day if you're less than 160, 170 pounds, two a day if you're up to 250 pounds, over 250 pounds, or if you're a smoker, you take three a day. It's called Fortified Complete Advanced Nutrition. You can get it at fortify.com. Now, I'm just going to chime in a little longer. I'm going to let Doc Hall talk a little bit more, but I created a complete super immune wellness package, and it is on the online. It's the one that's $129. It would be over $250 usually. It has everything that you need. It has your probiotics. It has the Fortify Focus. It has the Complete. It has the protein. It has the omega-3. It has the superfood. It has a shaker. Everything to build a powerful body, but an immune disease-resistant body. And it's called Fortify Super Immune Wellness Bundle on the Fortify.com website. We have a lot of other things on that website that are much cheaper, smaller bundles. So just go to Fortify.com and see what is going to work best for you. And once again, I'm Dr. Michael Lange, and my very welcome guest and colleague is Doc Hall. Doc Hall is going to chime in and expand on this while I drink a little bit more of my pre-workout shake.
Dr. Lang, what I want to talk about just briefly is our ambassador program that we started, and also our new dealership program that we're putting out there. And first of all, our ambassador program. If you're an athlete out there or one of the influencers or like that, we have a new program for you that you can actually become involved with Fortify eye care products and also our new Fortify performance products. And how that works is you don't have to stock anything. You don't have to have a store. You don't need any of that stuff. We give you a special code. You put it out there to all the people that follow you. And like that, you endorse our products. And of course, you're going to be using our products. So we don't want anybody to just go blindly and say, oh, it's wonderful. No, you're going to actually be using the products. And so if you're interested at all at that, you can make some money. It's a good little side job. And right now, you could turn it in. We have people that are making money at doing this. It's not multi-level marketing or anything like that. It's very simple. We don't get involved with that. But it's just a way of spreading our products out there and our information out to folks. So if you're interested in that, give me a call or shoot me an email, and I'll tell you the ins and outs of it and see if it's a good fit for you. Our second program that we have out there too is something that I just started. We've always had stores and like that, mostly eye care centers and like that, and doctors that carry our line. But of course, now we have the performance nutrition line, and so for gyms and health food stores and like that, this is just a natural. So we've come up with a what we call an authorized dealer program, and it's fantastic. We have some of the biggest gyms around stocking our products, and they're making good profit at it. And we work with you right with that. As many of you know, I had the largest sports nutrition store in the state, and the first Gold Gym, and like that. So I know this business. I know that end of the business, and I can help you with that. So again, if you would like to become a authorized dealer of both our what I call our eye line, and also our performance line, give me a call. And I'm in the office every day from 9 to 5. And you can shoot me an email or like that. And no pressure, no problems. I love to explain our products and our programs, and be happy to help you with that. But it's a good little business if you want to start. Who knows what it would turn into for you. We have complete line of our products and other products as well. So give me a call, give me an email, and see if we can't do something. I did want to talk a little bit too about our whole product line that we have. We're bringing out some new products all the time. Dr. Lange and I are just research junkies, I guess. We talk more than anybody would ever guess. And we're researching all the time. When he finds something, I get a text, and vice versa, and like that. So we have some new products coming out too. That in our performance line, we're updating some of our products. Dr. Lange has always been known for updating his products. If we find something bigger, better, stronger, whatever that's safe for our public, our clients, our patients, and like that, we do it. We change it. And a lot of companies don't. And another thing too, I wanted to explain too. All of our products are custom made. They're heavy research by us. And again, if they're not right, we don't put them out there. But folks, that's not true with a lot of the products that you're buying. They're off the shelf products. Dr. Lange and I get approached all the time by companies and say, look, let us put this, you put your name on a label, and we'll put it on, slap it on our product, and off you go. And we just won't do that. There are products. There are formulas. There are things that we came up with, that we made, that we're proud of. We don't buy anything off the shelf and just slap our label on it and stuff. We just don't do that. That's why we're doing what we're doing. We're very proud of what we do in our research, and like that, we stand behind our products. And that's another good solid thing that we do that, quite honestly, some of the other companies just don't do that. You buy it, you're stuck with it. Too bad. Well, you know what? We don't get returns, and I'm very proud of this. We don't have complaints and returns and things like other companies have, because you know why? We do it right the first time. Okay? When folks get our products out there, they use them. They're happy with them. They see results with them. It's not just, and we get, Dr. Lange has had customers for his Fortify line now for 20 years, since he brought them out. Same customers. They'll call and talk to Danny or Matt and tell them, hey, I've been buying this stuff now for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. Well, you know what? If they're dissatisfied or they don't like the products or they didn't work as we say they do, they wouldn't be coming back 10, 15 years now, would they? And so you can buy from us with confidence. You really can. I mean, I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of our products. I'm very proud of our company. And I just, I honestly, I've always said this before that, if Dr. Lange was business connected and had all that, I still want him as my best friend. And part of that is his ethics and like that, in the business. I get calls all the time that people will tell me, they had a question for Dr. Lange and they text him. And he's busy, he has a practice and he's working every day. And they'll tell me within 2 minutes, he responded back to me. Well, that says something about the man. And I know he's not big on me talking about him like that, but it has to be said because we mesh together. We go after our patients. We do for our patients and our clients and our customers. And you can buy from us with confidence because we're always there for you. We're always
Absolutely.
there.
Absolutely. And Dr. Hall, that is so true. We take supplements that we take, our family takes, our friends. My patients, I think of as a big family, with thousands and thousands of people in my family. And I want what's right for them. And so that's why we dig a little deeper than most supplement companies, and we only use the best nutrients. And our Fortified Complete multi-eye vitamin, none of this comes from China. It all comes from the United States, except the vitamin C that comes from England. And so we want to make a product that is above and beyond at a fair price, but something that has therapeutic levels that legitimately works. I see a lot of people that just chimed in, maybe thought we were coming on at 8 or so. Doc Hall and myself, Dr. Lange, we've been talking about sports nutrition, been talking about our proteins, the Fortify Super Protein, the grass-fed whey isolate. We talked about Fortify Fit in a lot of detail, why we developed it and why it's the ultimate muscle fuel. Anyway, all of these products you can get at fortify.com. That's Fortifeye, fortify.com. You can see it on the banner behind me as well. Remember, there's a lot of specials that we're running during this pandemic. I mean, we've super discounted. Our prices are already great to begin with, but we've given these bundles and stacks. If you go into products, you can see the first 8 or so is a special bundle or a special stack that is discounted. Some are discounted 50, 60%. So it's a really, really good deal. I want to thank Doc Hall for coming on, for spending an hour on Saturday night with us. We got about an hour, and then Restream is going to kick us off, and Instagram only allows about an hour, and then you got to start live again. So we've got a few more minutes, but I want to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Hall for all he does and what he does for all of our patients and customers at the Lange Nutrition Center and for Fortify Vitamins. We're going to get on the road again really soon and be heading out to lots of sports nutrition and anti-aging and wellness conferences here as soon as we're able to, as soon as this COVID-19 is going to allow us to. But remember, we talked about sports nutrition today. We talked about kickstarting your immune system. We talked a little bit about weight loss. Remember, if you have the will, there is a way. If you're overweight and you want to lose that weight, you can lose that weight very quickly. Just the other day, I lost 10 pounds in 5 days. It can be done. More exercise, less intake of food, eat the right foods. Lange's Survival Diet foods get 10,000 steps a day, every day, except the weekends, and get 20,000 steps. If you want to push it up a notch, get 20,000 steps a day and get 30,000 steps on the weekend. You will be a lean, mean fighting machine. If you follow the Lange Survival Diet and you exercise like that, doesn't have to be grueling exercise, you just be walking for an hour, then you can lose a pound a day safely, and you'll keep it off. Most of that weight that you have is bloating related to the foods that you're eating that is causing water retention. So if you have the will, there is a way if you're motivated to lose weight and look good for the summer. But if you want to do it for your health, if you want to do it for your family, if you want to do it so you live a longer life so you can watch your children grow up and be successful. Remember, overweight, being obese, is the number one cause of death in this country. I don't care if somebody says it's heart disease or cancer. Obesity is the number one cause of death. Because if you're obese, you're going to have a stroke, you're going to have a heart attack, you're going to have cancer, you're going to go blind from macular degeneration and things of this nature. So once again, if there's a will, there's a way. Dr. Hall, I want to take this opportunity again for taking an hour Saturday night out of your evening and coming online and sharing your vast knowledge with the public. You there, Doc? Maybe we lost him. All right, so I think it's just me. Boy, what am I going to do? I'm a little nervous. So a lot of you tuned in this morning and listened to Ask the Doctor. We had a great show this morning. We had a little technical difficulty this morning. You couldn't hear the questions, and that's one reason I did this tonight, is so we could go over a lot of stuff that you might not have heard the questions on Instagram. You did, but on all the other social medias, something was up with our Comrex, so you couldn't hear the questions this morning. So I apologize for that. So I think we got the kinks worked out, and I see Doc Hall joined back at least on Instagram there. Hey Doc, how you doing? So he's waving at me on Instagram. Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, taking an hour out of your time to learn a little bit more about sports nutrition, boosting your immune system, and anti-aging as well as weight loss. Dr. Michael Lange, host of a popular radio show called Ask the Doctor. I'm a board-certified optometric physician as well as a certified nutritional specialist, and I am available literally 24/7 via the internet. You can go to my website. That's drmichaellang.com, drmichaellang.com. There's a section Ask the Doctor on there. It comes right to my email. Go to that website. Check out the blog. I've written a lot of good information. Dr. Hall has written a lot of good articles on there on the website, some blogs that are a little bit different. And it can tell you some nutritional things that you are not aware of. Nutrition with a twist. All right, I'm out of here. You guys have a great Saturday night, and tomorrow's Sunday, so get a good night's sleep, and then have a great day tomorrow. All right. See ya.